Hey, how's it going? Um, I know I haven't uploaded for, God, about a week, give or take. And I know this isn't my usual day to upload, but I figured whatever, you know. Um, I've been super sick these past couple of days, pretty much all this week, and it's been bad. I think I'm just now starting to get my color back. Um, most of everything that I ate, I wasn't able to keep down, and the little bit that I was able to didn't really sit well. Just made me feel worse, I guess. I don't know what the hell it was, but it wasn't fun. Um, Trying to be a little quiet right now because Lily's asleep in the next room. Um, as of the day that I'm recording this, it's Sunday, June 26th, and Lily wanted to go to a protest later today. Um, I've honestly never been to a protest or anything like that. I'm not really, that's not usually something that I do, but I do understand the reasons for it. Um, for those of you that are aware, um, recently, Roe versus Wade or whatever, Roe v. Wade, got overturned, as well as a couple of other, you know, laws, I guess. I don't know. And a lot of these are affecting women's rights, gay rights, and it's, as an ignorant male, I have no room to speak in this manner. In this regard, I have never had to deal with any of the issues that have plagued a lot of people affected by these, but I want to see a better world eventually. I don't want to see like everything just come falling down around me as I just sit there completely ignorant as to what's going on. They took away uh, a bunch of different laws. They overturned a bunch of them, or a couple of them. Um, Something like in New York, there was they, I guess, pulled back the conceal carry, which I'm not. I can understand for certain reasons why uh, that's a decent idea, especially with one of my recent videos talking about possible school shootings and whatnot. Like we've had a lot of them this year, um, and a lot of the other laws affecting women's rights, what their rights are to do with their bodies, uh, the abilities to prevent unwanted pregnancies and stuff like that. It, it's ridiculous. No human being should have any power over somebody else's body and what they want to do with it. And I don't care what bits you're putting into what other person's body, so long as both of you are consenting adults, I'm completely fine. All right, I could honestly care less if it makes you happy. It makes the other person happy. It can't be hurting anybody. But the fact that such a small percentage of people, like a minority of people, who have this ideology that this is the perfect world or whatever, where women and gays don't have rights and women have to serve in the military, but so that they're fighting for the freedom of straight white men, basically. It's it's dumb. This isn't the America that I was taught when I was growing up, and it's not the America I want to live in. Frankly, I am afraid that in the next couple of years we may possibly see a civil or even a world war, and we're not going to be ready for it. And the thing that I'm afraid of is the fact that most large empires, I'm going to use Rome as an example, last for a couple hundred years, and then they basically start falling apart from the inside. And we're reaching about that time where we've been around long enough where it seems like things are starting to collapse inward. I don't know. I think one of the biggest issues with something like that is when a superpower gets as big as it does, like the United States, we have a lot less problems than, say, someone in like a third world country. So we start making up problems to try to solve because that's something that we just can't stop. It's a base fucking instinct for some reason. It's at least that's what it seems like. We have to be always trying to solve something to make other people happy, and I don't know why. And unfortunately, the older a country grows and the less real problems it has, the more fake problems it starts coming up with. And in turn, the more people it starts to hurt. Like this whole Roe v. Wade shit. I have never had any issues with anybody of, you know, like same sex marriage. I've never had an issue with like a woman getting an abortion for any reason. Like, it's. The thing is, a lot of these are being like overturned by men. I'm not sure about the Roe v. Wade situation. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that that was being overturned by men or someone of the church, a church. But the thing is, I don't think in any capacity men can possibly understand the the possibility of accidentally growing a person in you. That's not like a minor choice. That's something that changes that person's life, the person that you affect. And again, this is all coming out of complete ignorance. But I guess my ignorance as a, male, I can at least say that I understand where the idiocy comes from on the male side. Unfortunately, that's a downside because we're fucking stupid. That being said, no one, and I don't mean just no man, I mean not a single person should dictate how or what somebody does with their own body. If they want to go off and have a sex change, who gives a shit? It's coming out of their pocket, it's going into somebody else's pocket, it's continuing the cycle of money, although I don't know how that actually works entirely. But it's funding this huge fucking capitalist machine that is America. I don't see the issue. If somebody wants to be gay and be proud of it, there's a market for that as well. If it's something to do with the church and they're obsessed about the idea of, you know, like every life is sacred or something like that, I will disagree with you 100% of the time. I do not believe that a child is necessarily considered a life until it's taken its first breath out of the womb. It even says this in the Bible. Something along the lines of, and he was not man until he took his first breath, or something like that, or God breathed his first breath into him, or something. It's been a while, but the point is that if we're why, just why in general, is it something that we even need to argue about? There is no reason, no reason. And if some young teenager who accidentally, got knocked up by some idiot boy who left her 3 weeks later after he found out that she was pregnant, or worse off, was molested, then I think 100% she should have the right to get rid of a child that is going to have a very negative impact on her entire life and the emotional state related to that specific situation. If she was taken advantage of by somebody close to her, usually it's how it happens, I feel she fully has the right to be able to get rid of everything that relates to it. I don't care if it's necessarily considered a life. That child hasn't done anything in this world, negative or positive. It has made no difference. Number one, we already have enough people in the world as it is. We are over consuming. The point is, I feel like she should have the right to be able to get rid of a child. I believe gays should have the right to get married and do whatever the hell they want. I don't understand. Why do we keep coming up with these stupid fucking issues? Because at the end of the day, it just makes us weak. And with the shit that's going on with, Ukraine right now, if that shit would happen here, I don't think that we'd be ready for it. I do not think that we as a country would be ready. Or, on the other end, if there was a land war here today from some other country, it might actually give us a legitimate problem to fight against instead of getting at each other's throats. I don't know why humankind is so fucking combative that we have to always be fighting something. We are all the same fucking species. Why the hell can't we get along? I guess that could be said of any creature. We're not the only ones that fight each other. Whether it's dominance or for a fucking mate or whatever. Men and women have always been at each other's throats. People of color. People have been at each other's throats for fucking religion. It's retarded. And it's fucking stupid. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm so tired of seeing it. Racism, sexism, fucking... I'm so absolutely sick of it. I went through a very deep and dangerous depressive phase a few years ago in my life where I could see no way out other than, But there came a point where I started trying to look at the positives in life. I started trying to, look around me, and I started trying to talk to people and everything like that, and try to, find out the things that are, making them happy, and trying to, like look at simpler things and everything like that. But the more that this shit just keeps flooding everything, the less people as a whole are happy, the less energy. Basically, I'm taking a lot of my happiness from everybody else around me because I, for some reason, don't seem like I can produce my own happiness easily. Uh, I play video games and that's it, but I'm not exactly fucking helping anybody. And I fucking barely do that anymore. The only reason I've been doing it as of recently is because I've been absolutely sick and I've been stuck inside all week. So, plus I've been waiting for a call from SpaceX and other jobs. So, I can't really do anything. I'm sitting on my hands and I can't fucking do anything. I want to be able to get out and make enough money that I can leave this country if I needed to. That we can just go out, get passports, and get approved to just fucking go wherever. So if the shit really does hit the fan here, we don't have to be in it. Or at least that we can go somewhere like a different state or something like that, that we don't have to worry about, the shit that could happen in bigger cities. Because I'm fucking tired of it. This is why I liked small town, because I never had to worry about big city issues. And these big city issues are becoming such a fucking problem that they're affecting everything. Like this fucking, like the Roe v. Wade thing, and I want to try to just make people happy. That is the number one thing I want to do in this world. I want to live to see a happier world. And I don't feel like I'm going to get to see that, unfortunately. I feel like how I imagine some people felt right before they saw the beginnings of World War I or II, where they're slowly watching everything kind of, just get worse and worse, and things get a lot more escalated to the point of all out fucking war. And I don't know if I can deal with this kind of stress, personally. I'm not gonna get back to the dark points of my life. I'm not gonna start thinking like that ever again. But it's gonna be difficult these next couple of days, weeks, years, because things aren't gonna be getting easy. And unfortunately, as we get older, things will not get easier at all. But I don't necessarily want kids. Lily's kind of iffy on it at any given time, but I'm personally not a big fan. But if I ever do have my own kid, which, I will welcome them into this world with open arms, and I will embrace every single day that they're there. But I don't want them to grow up in the world that I'm starting to see this world become. I don't want them to necessarily grow up in the shitstorm that was happening basically like around the time a lot of the people from my generation were born in. Fucking people dealing with like the end of like fucking war, start of another war, fucking school shootings, all sorts of other shit, 9/11. It's bullshit that any of this needs to happen, that any of this has to happen at all. It doesn't have to happen. We can stop it, but I don't think it's gonna change, because human nature is hard to change. And that's unfortunately a sad fact of life. Sorry about this. I've been trying to put up, happier videos, but with everything that's been going on, it's really hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm still gonna try to, be happy, and once I'm feeling better, get back out and start talking to people again and trying to just make people's day. And until then, I I'm gonna kind of just be stuck here feeling like shit. And I haven't been getting better, by the way. I thought that I felt better yesterday, but I woke up today feeling a lot worse. I think I feel slightly better as the day goes on, but as soon as I wake up, I feel absolutely terrible. And today I'm just feeling like shit. Like, I have a horrible headache. I'm hot as hell, and I can't necessarily focus on something for too long unless I'm fucking playing a game or something, and even then, it's difficult. I can't really stand for too long. My body hurts. I'm really hoping I didn't catch COVID, because that would be my luck. But I'm vaccinated, so it shouldn't affect me as bad, I guess. Um, I don't know. I just, I, I want people to be smart. I, I really do, but not evil with it. You know, ignorance can be bliss, but intelligence, both like knowledge and emotional, can change the world. And I feel like that's what we need right now, because we're on a slippery slope, and I don't see it getting better anytime soon. Sorry for the bumming video, but it's kind of what's on my mind. Um, Monday, I'll put up something about how the protest went. So, wish us luck, I guess. Until next time, peace.